All right, today we are diving into something truly out there. It's a speculative blueprint, a design that pulls together biology, quantum physics, and even consciousness to create something incredible, a living spacecraft.
So let's just start with this one. A simple question that changes everything. Forget about rockets, forget about metal hulls for a second. What if a spaceship wasn't just a machine you ride in, but a living, feeling partner on your journey through the cosmos?
You see, to even get to that idea, we have to totally rethink how we move. On one hand, you have conventional propulsion. That's all about pushing against things, right? Burning fuel. It's brute force. But on the other hand, you have something called field propulsion. Here, you're not pushing through space. You're literally bending space-time itself. You're harvesting energy directly from the vacuum. And a wild new way of moving like that, well, it demands a totally new kind of ship. One that's way more than just a metal can. It needs a living hull.
And that gets us to the first major concept here. This isn't just about building a better machine. The goal is to create a conscious partner. The core idea is to swap out all the inert, dead materials with living ones. I mean, imagine a ship that's literally grown from a mycelial network, the super intelligent root system of fungi. It wouldn't just be built, it would be alive. It could even heal itself. This whole biological structure would basically act like a giant nervous system, designed to feel and respond directly to the pilot's thought.
Okay, so if you've got a living ship, how in the world do you power it? Well, the design calls for a bio-quantum engine. It's a system that doesn't fight the universe, but instead taps directly into the very fabric of it.
The engine's design really comes down to this unique trio of materials. First up, you've got the Mycelium Network. It's perfect for this because it naturally forms these huge information-rich webs, so it acts like a biological capacitor. Then there's a liquid crystal array. This thing is a super responsive amplifier, able to shift its state based on really subtle energy fields. And finally, a crystalline core. Think something like quartz, which stabilizes the whole system and focuses the energy with incredible precision. It's this perfect marriage of organic, fluid, and mineral.
But where's the juice actually coming from? The engine doesn't burn a single drop of fuel. It's designed to tap into what's called zero-point energy, or ZPE. This is the baseline energy that exists absolutely everywhere, even in the total vacuum of empty space. So instead of lugging around a giant fuel tank, this ship just harvests its power directly from the cosmos as it goes.
And the process itself is just fascinating. First, the ship generates this stable, self-contained toroidal wave. You can kind of picture a perfectly controlled donut-shaped vortex of energy. Then it guides the flow of that zero-point energy right through its living hull. This creates a field that actually manipulates inertia, and finally, the ship just rides the distortion. It's really less like flying and a lot more like surfing on a wave of pure space-time.
Now, this is where the whole concept gets truly mind-bending. The control system isn't mechanical at all. It's biological and psychic. It's all about merging the pilot's mind with the machine itself.
This quote from the source material just says it all. The relationship between the pilot and the ship is meant to be totally symbiotic. You don't just give it commands, you actually become one with it.
So yeah, forget about joysticks, buttons, control panels, all of it. In this design, the pilot's consciousness is the control system. Your intention, your emotional state, your literal brain waves are what tune the ship and tell it where you want to go.
This connection is made possible through a whole suite of biointerface tools. We're talking about things like an EEG helmet, or maybe even a crystal crown to read brainwaves, biometric sensors that monitor your heart rate and breathing, and a liquid crystal display to help you actually see the energy fields you're manipulating.
Okay, I know, this all sounds like pure science fiction, but the design concept actually lays out a kind of blueprint for how you might go about building one of these star surfers.
The build process is this amazing blend of biology and high-tech engineering. You'd start by making those mycelium crystal tiles for the hull, then you'd layer on these circuits that respond to intention. After building the quantum engine, you'd install what are called scalar resonance amplifiers, components that use specific geometric patterns to magnify energy fields. But the most important step is the last one. You encode the ship with the pilot's unique biometric signature. It's not a ship that just rolled off an assembly line, it's personally bonded to you, to its pilot.
But wait, how do you get a human mind, a computer, and the fabric of space-time to all talk to each other? The design proposes something called a unified bridge architecture. It's basically a super sophisticated operating system designed to translate between three completely different worlds: human thought, digital code, and quantum physics.
The first piece of this bridge is all about translation. The analog-digital bridge is like a universal translator.
It takes all the pilot's complex, messy, non-binary inputs, like feelings and intentions, and it converts them into the simple binary logic that a computer can actually understand. The second layer is the quantum interface. Now, this is the part that actually plugs the ship's engine into the fabric of space-time. It maps the ship's own resonance into the quantum field, which lets it draw on that zero-point energy we were talking about earlier.
And finally, there's the inertial emulator. This is the bit that makes it actually feel like you're flying. Since there's no traditional engine pushing you, this system creates a simulated physical feedback. It gives the pilot a real, tangible sense of movement, and it connects their mental commands to measurable action. It's the final piece of the puzzle.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it points to a completely new relationship with our technology, an ultimate fusion of human and machine.
At the end of the day, this model totally redefines what a pilot even is. You're no longer just a separate operator sitting inside a machine. You become an integrated, functional component of a single, living being. The human and the ship literally merge into one symbiotic system.
Which leaves us with one heck of a question to think about. If we can build machines that we merge with, machines that respond to our thoughts and grow with us, are we just creating a new kind of technology? Or are we actually creating the next step in our own evolution?